Well, if you haven't figured out by now, I work in wholesale flowers and plants, and sometimes when I'm lucky enough, I get to bring home flowers that have either seen better days or flowers that are, you know, maybe the top of a bunch of roses gets smashed or whatever, or returns, and I get to take them home. Look at this. This one's called Be Sweet. It's one of my favorite pinks that we carry. And look at this. We got this box of Cymbidium orchids that was really no good. A lot of the flowers on these are no good, so they're not sellable, but they are fun to mess with. So look at these. Oh my God, what a beauty. I love these flowers. They're so long lasting and so fun. But here's the problem. You get this and we get to take them home. So what I'm gonna do is just do a fun arrangement for Valentine's Day with my trusty little clippers here and my knife. And I'm gonna show you guys a fun arrangement that's just easy and beautiful. All right, so what I have here is this nice Fiesta ware, vintage, I think. I thought it would be cool to do pink. Well, maybe it's not vintage, but it's pretty, so what? And I'm gonna do, you know me, with my little flower frog, my Kenzan, with those pins, love that, right? I'm gonna put this in the bottom here. It's a little bit wobbly in here because it's too big for the container, but I really need a lot of surface area for my stems because I have so many stems. I have 13 roses and I have like 40 stems of, at least 40 stems of Cymbidium, but the way I'm going to use them is I'm going to break them down so that I'm actually not going to cut them, every single one of them, apart. So what I do want to do is take like the one that has the most flowers on it, this one probably. It's beautiful. That pink color, that white throat center, so good. And you know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blooms on this. I'm gonna cut probably here. All right, so I have 2 right there. I obviously don't need this. And I don't want to cut with a knife, not my clipper. It's better for the flowers. And I want, when I put these into the arrangement, what I want to make sure is that some of the flowers lean out of the bowl. I want it to look loose. I don't want this tight, like a spiral arrangement where everything is domed and perfect and at one level. I want things in and out. I want variance. So, oh, I need to fill this with water. That would be helpful. My trusty little glass bottle. And so I'm going to put a few of these in here. So see how like the flowers are not exactly in the bowl, they're coming through and out. Cut this one a little bit. So pretty. Yeah, he's a little slippery little sucker, as Julia Roberts would say, but I'm gonna be able to manage. So if I do these, this is one stem of 7, 8 blooms. Already so full and so nice and spaced out. I'll continue with that. All right, add a few more. Get this nice and full with these orchid blooms. I'm having a little hard time because my flower frog is slipping slightly, but he's gonna be fine. He's so heavy, it doesn't even matter. It's gonna stabilize itself. Okay. See how this is even, but there's variance in heights and gives it a little bit of texture. And make sure everything's bouncy. You know, flowers don't stand like soldiers in the wild. They flow with the wind. When the rain comes, they move. You know, take your guidance from nature. It's a great way to think about flowers. Okay. Tuck this guy in here. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Colors are amazing. I'm loving these. They're so pretty. Look at these. They look like they're made of like unworldly material. I love that. Okay. Let's do this. And the other thing is make sure that when you do arrangements like this, make sure that you leave room for your other flowers. I have all these Cymbidiums, and that's great, but I also have 13 roses I want to tuck in here. And on top of that, once those roses are in there, they're going to open up. These roses are so tight right now. These literally just got processed, and they're a nice fat rose once they open, so I need to leave room for them to open. Okay, tuck this guy down here. All right, and then I have some darker shade of these orchids here. This is so pretty. Look at this color too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know what? I don't like that one there. Let's change that. That's the good thing about the flower frog is if you don't love what you did, just change it. It takes a second. Tuck this under here. That's better. I'm getting a little bit more coverage underneath, so my mechanics aren't showing quite as much. But I'm okay with mechanics showing when it comes to a flower frog. I kind of like seeing a flower frog. It kind of showcases the technique, which is interesting. Okay, let's see. These are so pretty. Oh my gosh. Look at these blooms. Ah, happy boy, happy boy. Okay, getting out of the wire here on my orchids. Tuck one here. Need a little bit of height here, so I have those longer stems, and then I'm going to cut these a little shorter. That's good. Over time, you get a little bit more confident in cutting. A lot of people are like, I don't want to cut it because I feel like if I do it wrong, it's just ruined. But when you do this and you practice for long enough, you end up just getting better at it. It's like cooking or anything else, like sports, whatever you do, just a little bit of practice goes a really long way with this kind of thing. Let's go over here. No, not. There's more room here. This is better. Okay, so I've got my orchids tucked and ready, nice and full, but lots of variance. Everything's facing different directions. It doesn't look like, you know, contrived. I want this to look alive. Oh, that's good too. Don't let it look contrived, let it look alive. That's good. Mailman's here. All right, let's see. So let's get, this one's called Be Sweet. Really pretty. Let's put a few of these in. And here's the thing is I may not use all these in here. I just think I want a few. And the foliage, I leave the first 2 or 3 little sets of leaves because I don't want them like bushy with foliage, but I also don't want them looking bare. So I'm going to tuck a few of these into where I have small gaps. Oops. Okay. There we go. Good. Good. And here's another tip is when you're putting flowers in an arrangement, try not to make them sit right next to each other, and also try not to make them look like polka dots. You don't want everything equidistant. You want things as if they're grown in nature. You want things that grow next to each other and things that grow slightly apart with a little bit of variance in height. You're going to be much happier with your arrangement if you have things looking natural as opposed to things looking like they came out of a factory. All right. We don't like factory flowers. Put one in here. There's a gap. And like I said before, there's going to be a little bit of these roses are going to open and they're going to need space. So do not crowd them. Give them the space they need and they will reward you with love. Okay, great. Okay. Let's do something low over here. There we go. Maybe a couple more and that's about it. I don't want to overcrowd this. I mean, I'm fortunate that I get to use flowers from a wholesaler directly, and these are not cheap flowers. These are expensive flowers, and I'm able to use them because we can't. But you know, you could do this with any flower. You don't have to use expensive orchids. You don't have to use expensive roses. You can do this with literally daffodils or dandelions for that matter. Why not? I love dandelions, especially when they've done the little puffy thing. They look so cute in arrangements. You spray them with a little tiny bit of like cheap hairspray, like Aquanet or something. It has to be like an aerosol type. And it will stay those little puff, and they will stay on there, and then you can have like them in an arrangement. That looks so nice because they look so natural and so like whimsical. I mean, whimsy is like the most popular thing right now. So I'm gonna put one more on the top. I feel like I need something up there. A little bit of height. Open these little guys up. Be nimble with your flowers too. There's no need, I always say this to people, but there's no need to treat your flowers like footballs, okay? I love it. All right, I'm gonna move this one because it is starting to look polka dotty and I'm not okay with that. Get this guy out. Okay, I could have left him. But here's what we're doing here. One here. And then I think one here. So I still have like 3 roses left over for fun, but that's good. I use 10 in here. To like hold on to the Kenzon. Oh, that's good. There. So with this, I was thinking about cutting some leaves off of this anthurium that I have, but I don't know if I really need to. I'm kind of loving this right now. Look at that color. Look at this. Pink with pink and pink. And then as these roses open, it's gonna look so good, so full. So, anyway, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Horticulture Chris.